Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, how to stop manifesting separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Hello, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping in and channeling who you are to your person, or more actually what it is like where do you stand with them, and then we're also going to find out what their next action towards you is going to be, which I have this very reading available as a personal reading. It's called the Specific Person Basic. So if you are interested in booking a personal reading with me, because this is a general reading, right? And so not everything here may resonate. So if you would like for me to tap exclusively into you and your person's connection, I have this reading available as a private reading. Just check the description box below for booking details. So just keep in mind, you guys, whatever resonates, take it, run with it, claim it if you want to. If you don't, if something's not resonating, just drop it and leave it behind for the people that it does resonate for. And we're going to get right into your reading pile 1. You guys were drawn to the very flashy Labradorite kitty. All right. I bought that locally here at a crystal shop that I read tarot at a couple of days a week. And the minute I saw this, I'm like, it's mine. I'm like, I don't even care how much it is. It's mine, because this thing is flashy like all the way around. I love it. I love it. Leo energy coming out. There might be some Leos in the house, or somebody with, you know, a fire energy. Someone's very flashy, okay, glamorous maybe even. And now, oh wow, I'm channeling a lot of energy. There is it Sheila E., The Glamorous Life, that with Prince, I think, that's coming out. But all right, you guys were drawn to this card. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? It's it's holographic, okay? So what it says here, I don't know if you can even tell. Let me see. Can you guys even see that? Yeah, I can't even see if you can see that. It says amplify, okay? This is the Emperor deck. I just got it. It's brand new. And by the company called Threads of Fate, and they're actually going, not that they're going out of business, I think they're shifting focus or something. Anyway, let's see. So amplify, it says, how grand can it be? Most of us know how to follow the slippery slope from a minor concern to a full-blown panic attack. But what about turning the smolder of magic into a blaze? Being born human is to sign off on being limited. Our brains are programmed to fear the unknown. It's why our feet tingle when we're high up. We will shy away from whatever is too much. Being bound by this animalia, we may also seek the cradle when our lungs need the air only found at the peaks. Like a pendulum swinging, sometimes we can only truly grasp something when we have climbed as far as we absolutely can, or until we have scorched the remaining earth around us. Both are magic, and to know when you must go to the ends of a thing is a gift. To amplify is not fearing the avalanche, it's letting yourself get swept up in it, knowing that choosing not to stop the hemorrhage is building a bridge to where you need to be. At the heart of amplification magic is a white flag flying in the face of safety. It's removing the blockages to the cliff, letting go of the parachute, so safety can stifle. The nest is only as useful as your wings. What part of your life needs to be cracked open? I'm picking up on some energies of maybe your person, I'm hearing two things. They played it safe and they played it small in this connection, at least up until this point. You guys may experienced a recent tower moment in this connection with your person, and if that's the case, I am hearing like they are really starting to gain a lot of clarity now. Yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of rubble. So many of you have and are currently experiencing separation from your person. No communication, no contact. Let's see. Pile one's person. Where does pile one currently stand with you? Pile one's person. Where does pile one currently stand with you, please? Ooh, yeah, I feel so good when I'm with you. You dazzle this person very much. And you know, that could be an appearance, but there is something very flashy and glamorous about your energy and or also about your appearance, okay? I'm also picking up on pedestal energy. Your person may hold you in high regards, if not, you know, actually holding you up on a pedestal. Let's get a couple more. It does feel like something in this connection lost momentum, though. Let's get a couple more. Yeah, I refuse to fall in love and catch feelings, period. Where does pile one stand with you? All right, we also have you're exactly what I'm looking for in a life partner. And then we have let's take things to the next level. At the bottom of the deck, we have I need you and I miss you. All right, let's keep going. Pile one's person. Where does pile one currently stand with you? Got love call, golden mirror. Let's get one more. Addiction. Healing heart showing up at the back of the deck, but it is back of the deck energy. So it says, and that's interesting because we do have addiction that's coming out, and then at the back of the deck with healing heart it says freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. And I'm hearing a song, oh, who is it by? Is it Jimmy Eat World? I think it's a song called Get Right. And what I'm hearing is destination addiction. Your person has a very hard time staying still. There may be some wounding. I'm literally hearing destination addiction, which talks about people not being able to be fully present, not being happy where they're at. And, you know, yeah, I understand, like, you know, striving for more, right? But there's also a thing about finding peace and contentment with the journey itself. And it doesn't feel like your person, they're not very happy where they're at. And this could just be like an in-life thing in general. Let me set with this energy for a second. So what we have out on the board is I feel so good when I'm with you. We also have I refuse to fall in love and catch feelings. So your person can be very, I mean, this is about you and their connection with you. They might be, you know, they could be commitment phobe in general, or there could be something your person has against, you know, catching feelings specifically for you, okay? Even though it says here, you're exactly what I'm looking for in a life partner, let's take things to the next level. There definitely is some confliction going on in your person's energy when it comes to you in this connection. There's a part of them that wants to go all the way, and then there's a part of them that's like wants to run the other way, right? And so a lot of it could just be hinging on, you know, some messages that are coming through, or some impressions I'm getting is that maybe your person is just used to doing things by themselves. They may also have some kind of like an avoidant attachment style, fearful avoidant, dismissive avoidant, something like that. Your person could just be very selfish and about themselves, right? And the whole point about being in a relationship is, you know, having like partnership, and your person doesn't really feel in the energy that they're coming through here that they're really wanting to be partners, right? Because there's a giving up of control that's required when you do that. And your person with the golden mirror here, you know, they just, you know, I'm picking up on only child energy, you know, someone that hasn't had, for whatever reason, to really have to think about anybody else but themselves. They've gotten very comfortable in that energy. And yeah, let's do some digging, because there is some confusion coming through. Overall, where you stand with them, pile one is you're exactly what they want. You're everything that they like, every single box they could think of. You know, you're literally everything that they could want in a life partner. Now, I'm not saying that you're absolutely 100% perfect, because nobody is, but your person is seeing you as perfect for them, okay? You're definitely someone that they could see themselves taking things to the next level if they were open and comfortable with doing that, okay, which I don't feel like they are, but we're going to find out what's going on down here, because we do have love call. It says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. We also have the golden mirror with self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Addiction says codependent, obsession, possession, controlling, has a block or restraint. And then healing, heart at the bottom of the deck, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. That could be a toxic relationship they have with themselves, okay? Especially since we have the golden mirror showing up here. I'm not picking up necessarily where they would be, you know, textbook narcissism. I mean, there's a spectrum, right? And so they're definitely somewhere on that spectrum. Tell me more about love call. Ooh, yeah, 5 of Swords in the reverse. They're definitely wanting to, what's that called? Bridge the gap. Restore peace. What do they call that? Extend an olive branch. Okay, but with this coming out, clarifying love call, okay, there's another card in this deck that does talk about communication and reaching out and having conversations and stuff. But it doesn't carry the love element. So you guys specifically got love call. This is somebody with love on their brain when it does come to you. Okay, even though, so they might be fighting themselves profusely, because again, we have them here with I refuse to fall in love and catch feelings, period. Let's find out why that is. Tell me more about I refuse to fall in love and catch feelings, period. Oh yeah, closed off. King of Cups in the reverse. This feels protective though, like, what do they call that? Self-preservation. Especially because we're over here with I feel so good when I'm with you. Your person almost sees that as like a caution sign. Like the way that they feel with you, that they feel so good. That's almost like, what do they call that? Yeah, your person seeing that as a red flag. Okay, that is very indicative of somebody that is, that has some kind of an insecure attachment style, regardless of what side of the spectrum they're on. But with King of Cups being in the reverse, this is highly somebody who's more avoidant. You know, having feelings but not wanting to experience them, okay? Definitely not wanting to express them. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah, with love call here, and then the Five of Swords, you know, yeah, this person is wanting to reach out to you, and it is being motivated by feelings and by love. You know, I'm hearing romantic and sexual chemistry, but it's not gonna take on, like, yes, it's being motivated by that, but your person is gonna stay very cerebral when it comes to communication with you. Not very affectionate. Really, with just the Five of Swords showing up in the reverse, that's just wanting to find a way. Can we extend an olive branch, you know, keeping the peace, something like that, okay? Why is Healing Heart? Tell me more about Healing Heart showing up at the back of the deck. Ooh. Yeah, the reason why Healing Heart is showing up at the back of the deck is because your person doesn't even know where, either they don't know how to heal, or they don't even know where to start. And it could be a combination of both here with the Moon and the Ten of Wands in the upright position. Tell me more about the Golden Mirror. Let's see, we got self-absorbed. Yeah, so the Golden Mirror being clarified by the Fool. So for me as a reader, that's Aries and Aquarius energy. Let's see, we had the Moon, which is Pisces and Cancer energy. They're being very selfish in their energy, and they are definitely, but this is somebody that this is fear. This is this person fearing the unknown. That's why they're holding back and they refuse to fall in love and catch feelings, because when it comes to feeling feelings, your person feels very out of control. And this feels, especially with the Golden Mirror here, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, and love bombing. Your person is somebody who needs to feel in control of themselves, of their environment. You know, that again, very driven by fear. Okay, that's highly indicative of a wounded ego, which the vast majority of people are, you know, dealing with until you heal that, right? And so, yeah, this is certainly something that is a self-preservation tactic coming from your person. Having all these feelings and seeing you in this great light and holding you up on a pedestal, at the very least, they hold you in high regards. They see you as somebody who's exactly what they would look for. You tick all the boxes, you know, and they're saying something very similar to the effect of, if I were to, you know, commit to anybody, it would be pile one, right? And them legitimately feeling that, but fear, they're letting fear drive the bus right now, and they're definitely letting fear impact and influence this connection. What's addiction? Tell me more about addiction, and then we'll move on to their next action. Oh, they're addicted to struggle. They're addicted to definitely making things more complicated for themselves than what they need to be. So the impression that I'm getting is someone who actually makes it very difficult on themselves, because what I'm sensing is your person wanting to draw close to you, wanting to make you a very intimate, or give you an intimate role in their life, like in their everyday life, but, you know, withholding that. Not just from you, but from themselves. And it's actually very difficult for them. And they are struggling with addiction. Okay, let's see if we can find out what kind of addiction that it is. Controlling, yeah. They might be addicted to drama, whether they realize it or not. Okay. They could be addicted to overworking, working too much. Oh, yeah. King of Wands in the reverse. So addiction can stand for an actual legitimate addiction, okay? And sometimes people are just addicted to their own self-limiting stories. Stories that can create more, you know, drama, more struggle, more overwhelm. And it's like the very thing that your person is running away from feels like it could be the one thing that could liberate them. right? All right, let's find out. Let's see, what is the next action your person's going to take towards you? Pile one's person. What's the next action you're going to take towards pile one? Let's see. We have the dragonfly in abundance, but they wanted to come out in the reverse. Let's see how that's gonna, let's get one more. Your action towards pile one, please. Their whole, oh, and there's the runner, but it's showing up in the reverse too. Then we have the mirror, but it's not the golden mirror. This is mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflect our wounds, and introspection. Okay, that's why this energy is showing up in the reverse with the dragonfly here and the abundance. See, this energy is here. So with abundance, it says keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. So with mirror here showing up at the back of the deck, the action that your person is wanting to take towards you, believe it or not, is the action that you want them to take towards you, whatever that might be. Okay. And I'll see what manifest, what abundance is talking about. The dragonfly says, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. And that could be with, you know, love call to your person wanting to reach out, maybe clear up some things. But with this energy coming out in the reverse, there's some delay here. Okay. It's coming, but there's delay here because we also have the runner showing up in the reverse. So your person at this point in time, as long as they are what is called deactivated to this connection, they're going to be, you know, staying in this introspection energy here. You know, it says relationships reflect our wounds. I feel like that's what your person is going through right now, right? Which that's what avoidants do. They ruminate on the wrong things. You know, people that are on the anxious, preoccupied side of that spectrum, you know, tend to hyperinflate what they see as the good things. And then on the other side of the spectrum, the people that are more avoidant tend to hyperinflate what they believe are, you know, the not so good things. And so right now it feels like your person is deactivated towards the connection. Let me see if I can get timing, because as soon as, what I'm picking up on is as soon as they reactivate, they're going to be reaching out. Okay, possibly even love bombing here. So they might be laying it on thick. All right. Now, I do want to say, because at the bottom of the deck, yeah, and it's the bottom of the deck right now because, you know, they are currently deactivated, but the fact that it is showing up at all, even at the bottom of the deck, I feel like that they're getting ready to reactivate towards this connection. So, you know, reaching out to you, telling you that they miss you, telling you that they've been thinking about you a lot, possibly love bombing, laying it on thick, you know. But I do want to say a lot of what they're going to tell you, if they are coming through and love bombing you, is actually coming from a genuine space. Okay, so if they tell you that you're exactly what they're looking for in a life partner, they mean that. If they tell you that you're somebody that they would marry or take things to the next level, they actually do mean that. They might tell you that they are so thankful for you, you know, and that you are exactly what they would manifest, you know, like, yeah. But I just feel the need to let you guys know, pile one, you know, that this person is highly, highly avoidant. That's the energy that's coming through. And so things are going to be real good between you while they are still in the activated phase. But your person has a trigger point. Meaning you get too close to them in a certain way, shape, or form, or if they just feel too much all at one time, that's going to make that switch flip again, and they're going to deactivate and go ghost, okay? They're getting ready, though. If they haven't already reactivated, they're getting ready to reactivate because the runner is showing up in the reverse. And then we also, again, have I need you and I miss you showing up at the bottom of the deck. So your guys are going to be hearing from your person fairly soon. So their next action is to probably reach out to you and let you know that. When? Can you give me some timing? Leo season, Virgo season, the Leo-Virgo cusp. Let's see, we are in the timing. This is a timeless reading, but the timing that let's see, I think we're in Gemini season. Then we have Cancer and Leo. Okay, so specific timing is Leo season, Virgo season, or the Leo-Virgo cusp. It also may be that you'll hear from this person like within the next, let's see, 2 or 3 months. Okay, as far as timing goes. All right, pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, take a minute if you would. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Oh, I just heard too, if your birthday is coming up, you might hear from them on your birthday. Okay, anyway. Yeah, hit that subscribe button to become part of the family. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And pile 1, I will see you at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, guys. Hi, pile 2. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We are doing another pick a card love reading. We are tapping into your person and channeling where you stand with them and what their next move is more than likely going to be. Okay? So just keep in mind, you guys, it's a general reading. Whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available. I actually have this reading available. It's going to be listed as the specific person basic reading. Description, booking details are in the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, including the specific person basic reading, which is all about, you know, where you stand with your person and what their new next move is going to be. All right, you guys. So let's just get into your reading. Pile 2. You guys were drawn to the Tiger Eye Owl. And then let's see, this is, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it has liminal in there, okay? And it's a holographic card. It's pretty cool. We'll see. All right, liminal. You guys were drawn to the liminal card. It says, the in-between is like trying to catch smoke. We may be seeking, stretching for something to grasp onto, but nothing is solid. The harder we claw, the more bitter we grow. The truth is that nothing will find us until we are ready for it. A baby doesn't attempt to breathe in the womb, so we too must be patient until the time is right and you will feel it. Rather than feeling like you're pushing a boulder up a hill, it will feel easy. The torturous part of the liminal is feeling like nothing is happening. A drought of inspiration, but what if there's an orchestra playing that you can't hear? You may feel like you're stuck in a maze, running into dead end after dead end, but the universe is piecing things together while you find your way out. I am picking up some energies here of your person. Not quite seeing the potential, or maybe not either not seeing the potential of this connection, or maybe not valuing it, not giving it like the acknowledgement or the flowers that it deserves here, okay? It says, in these moments, we must drop the rope we're trying to climb out with. Let yourself live in that moment between the in-breath and the out-breath. Most of our lives are spent pushing forward, but it is a truly enchanting experience to relish in the pause. Okay, so yeah, you guys may not even be talking with your person right now. You guys may be in no communication, or like no contact, or just things between the two of you are really, really quiet. Your person may have pulled back their energy here. There's a sense of like things here being in limbo between the two of you. I'm seeing the Two of Pentacles in my mind's eye, but then the Two of Wands also came through. So it almost feels like your person is trying to figure something out. We'll see. Most of our lives are spent pushing forward, but it is a truly enchanting experience to relish in the pause, to know we are becoming but there is no fire to tend to yet. Make space for yourself. Do everything with purpose. Enjoy the view on the bridge while you're here. Okay. Your person is in the midst right now trying to figure something out when it comes to you in this connection pile. 2, they're not seeing something clearly, okay? They're not seeing something clearly when it comes to you into this connection. Let's find out. Pile 2's person, where does pile 2 stand with you? So one more shuffle. There's something about the word liminal too. Does that mean something like minimalizing, doing the bare minimum or something like that? Maybe that has been what their approach has been up until this point. Let's find out. Pile 2's person. Where does pile 2 stand with you? Pile 2's person. Okay, your person's coming through saying like they did give only the bare minimum because they really, they're coming through in a very miser energy. Miser meaning they're very, I'm seeing the 4 of Pentacles show up now. Your person is very stingy with their energy. And so, you know, if they have been showing up just giving breadcrumbs and the bare minimum, that's why. But there's like a reason why they're doing that. It's very like self-preservation. If they don't give you much and you leave them, then you see what I'm saying? It's one of those like the example I'm giving is like, say your person has 1,000. This is just putting it into perspective, okay? They have $1,000, right, to give to you, to spend with you. And they're only willing to give up 10 of that. And the reason why they're only willing to give up $10 of that 1,000 is because they're afraid that you'll take advantage of them. You'll take everything that they have, right? And so that's kind of what's coming through. Your person is up until this point has been somebody to just invest very little of themselves, not, you know, very little of the time, very little of their energy, very little of their effort. But it's not because they didn't think that you were worth it. It's actually to the contrary. They you know, they're afraid that you were going to take what they give you and run away with it. So it's like, okay, well, if I only give, you know, pile 2 $10 and pile 2 runs off with that $10, then I'm just out $10. I'm not out everything. It's that kind of energy, okay? We're going to get one more. Where does pile 2 stand with you? Yeah, I feel so foolish for fumbling you. All right, let's see. Back of the deck, we have you, or my soulmate. Your person knows to some degree, pile 2, that they've been shortchanging this connection with you. Pile 2's person, where does pile 2 currently stand with you? Pile 2's person, where does pile 2 currently stand with you? We got kisses, which says unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Okay, so there's love here, you guys. There definitely is love here. Your person is being very selfish. That's not even the word I want to use. It doesn't. Yes, they're holding back. Stingy. They're being very stingy with it. There you go. But it's not so much coming from a selfish place as it is coming from a fearful place, okay? Let's give 2 more. So this lets me know, pile 2, whatever it is you've been experiencing with this person, you know, you might see them as somebody that's very cold and very this, and that might be very well be because that's been your experience. But what you may not know, pile 2, is that your person actually is somebody who's very affectionate, very hands-on. They just have not been, they've been withholding that side of themselves because, you know, they have a fear of, that might be them, you know, like when they are in that space of being very affectionate, very hands-on, very lovey-dovey, that comes with the price tag of your person's heart and soul. And so that's why it's like they have all these feelings. They even have all these desires to want to do those things. And with we have I only want you, this is your person letting you know, pile 2, you're the only one they want to do this with, right? But there's fear that if they surrender to the romantic part of themselves, right, you're going to take their heart and run. And it's like and your person's like, I can deal with being left behind or being abandoned if all that, you know, I gave was $10, but not if I give everything, right? That's where your person's coming from, pile 2. Pile 2's person, where does pile 2 currently stand with you? Healthy choices. Kind of wanted to situate itself in the reverse, though. This says making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. They are wanting to do the best and the better thing for this connection, but they are struggling. They're experiencing such a deep struggle about that. Okay, your person may very well have some kind of an attachment wound and or an abandonment wound. Okay, let's get one more. They want to do the healthy thing in this connection, though. All right, we will clarify to see what your person's perspective on what the healthy thing is. They're saying they want to be more expressive. They are wanting to be more expressive. Hand of Cards, though, they're seeing it as a risk. That's the thing. But the fact that this is coming out with like where you stand with them, yes, they see something about you in the dynamic of this connection as being very risky. Okay, but they may be in the energy to, you know, throw caution to the wind and to take a chance, you know, to take that risk. We got karmic relationship showing up at the back of the deck. This feels more like lessons. It also says letting go and loving you. That's that surrender. That's that letting go. Your person is experiencing a lot of inner turmoil when it comes to surrendering to you and to this connection, giving you their heart and soul. And you know, if they do that, okay, if they give you their heart and soul, pile 2, it's gonna be, you're gonna see a side of this person you have never seen before. It may even somewhat shock you. Okay, they're trying to play it smart, though. That's what it is. Your person is very much holding back key points to themselves until they get a really good idea. There's something about you they're not sure of. Your intentions. There's something about your intentions that they're not entirely sure of. They're very afraid of giving in and then you running away or abandoning the connection. Okay. With the Hand of Cards showing up underneath, I feel so foolish for fumbling you. This is carrying the energy of your person really, and that's that 2 of Wands energy that's coming through. Figuring out how can your person's trying to figure out how to go all in while still feeling safe. That's their problem. They don't know how to do that because they're saying they don't want to fumble you again, or they know that they're in the midst of fumbling you in this connection and they don't want to do that. Okay, and they realize that in order to, you know, reverse, like to not fumble you or to, you know, do damage control, right? If they have already fumbled you, they know that they're going to have to risk everything. In their mind, they mean everything, right? Risking their heart and their soul. And they're trying to figure out a way to do that. while still feeling, you know, safe. And your person is having a hard time trying to reconcile how to do that. Tell me more about as long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what they... Yeah, that's more that bare minimum. But let's see. Tell me more. They may be afraid of what your friends and family think about them in this connection. They might be worried about making like a good impression. They may be afraid of gossip when it comes to you guys for some reason, but with as long as you love me and we're happy, who cares what they think, that's your person wanting to drop that, not wanting to worry about what anyone has to say or what anybody's opinions are about, you know, the connection, stuff like that. If that has been a problem between the two of you, right, if they let the opinions of others sway what they were thinking or how they were feeling about you in this connection, with this coming out, they're saying that's not how it is anymore. Okay, they're actually very defensive when it comes to this connection. Okay, in a good way. They're defending you. They're defending the connection. Okay. Tell me more about healthy choices. What's the Queen of Cups in the reverse? Okay. For some of you, there may be a third, or maybe there was a third party involved, a possible water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If that's the case, this is your person, like, you know, yeah, because especially with as long as you love me, and then we got death showing up at the bottom of the deck, you guys, regardless, if it's a third party, if it's a lot of people, whatever the case may be, your person's not letting anyone get in the way of this connection. For some of you, your person has cut off, literally has cut someone off, okay? I mean, you know what I mean? Ended a connection with someone. There may be several connections that went on the chopping block that would have caused some friction and or some, you know, some problems in this, in their connection with you, for where you stand with them, okay? You're somebody that they would walk away from other connections if it meant saving your guys' connection, okay? This is where you stand with your person, pile 2. Your person doesn't play. They don't play about you. This is who they are when they have fully surrendered. And it feels like here in this energy, like this is where you stand. They are already in that energy towards you and towards this connection, whether they are yet walking it out, okay? They already don't play about you. And they're saying in this energy, they will choose what's right and what's healthy for this connection. And if they are friends or they have any outstanding connections with anybody that could cause issues or friction between the two of you, they have no problem cutting those people off. Okay, they don't play about you, pile 2, for where you stand with your person. All right, now what we're going to do is find out their next action, what it's more than likely going to be. What's your next action towards pile 2, please? Ooh, twin flames. Oh man, okay. Let's find out. We're gonna get a couple more. Man, there's a lot of mirroring going on between the two of you. Okay, so with twin flames coming out with I like you. So twin flame says yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. And then we also have a, so this feels like the two of you spending more quality time together. For those of you that are in separation, their next action towards you involves reuniting. Okay, but with I like you, this says romance is blooming, fun, flirting, and wanting to date. So their next action towards you could literally to take you out on a date. Pile 2. Okay, for some of you, I'm hearing, oh yeah, then we got separation, but it's showing up in the reverse. Okay, that's their next action towards you is union, to reconcile, to reunite. All right, possibly by taking you out on a date. It's also to allow their next action towards you is maybe in baby steps, right? But to allow the romance between the two of you to finally start blooming, but maybe in baby steps, meaning, you know, your person allowing themselves to show up as somebody that's so much more romantic than maybe what you have experienced with them up until this point. Okay, more hand holding, kisses, public displays of affection. For some of you, I did hear like introducing you to like key friends and family, you know, like their inner circle. Let's get one more. Keys on a ring. This is many options, decision. Yeah, so they're going to make a decision about something. Let's find out what that's going to be, because that's showing up right on top of taking a chance and taking a risk. What's that decision? What's keys on a ring? The Chariot card wants to show up. I've seen it on the back of the deck, and then it just kind of showed up as I was shuffling. So the Chariot, that's Cancer energy, but moving things forward, being very laser focused on whatever this action is going to be, but it is about taking action. Clarify the keys on a ring, please. Your next action is to flirt with you. Okay. 7 of Swords in the reverse. No sneaky stuff. Okay, no sneaky stuff. Getting serious about this connection. Tell me more about keys on a ring. They're saying nothing sneaky, right? Knight of flirt, yeah. Their next action is to be very flirty with you. At the back of the deck, we do have seduction. But the fact that it's showing up at the back of the deck, your person is wanting you to know that that's not all it's about. Yes, the attraction is there, very much so, okay? They're definitely wanting to flirt with you. They're wanting to bring that playful energy back to your guys' connection. They are wanting to ground it somehow, though, in the 3D. The Knight of Wands for me is somebody that's very hands-on. Your person could be very hands-on, and you know their next action towards you could be to, you know, to seduce you. All right, but it's coming from a space of that's just because that's how your person feels towards you. They're not trying to manipulate you just to get in your pants. They're coming at you in those kinds of behaviors because that is truly how they feel, right? They want to be close to you. You know, they want to be on you or in you, if you catch my drift, okay? Especially with twin flame here and I like you. This is intense physical union. So they are definitely wanting some kind of a physical reunion. And for many of you, you know, it's a reunion that's going to include a lot of physical intimacy, okay? Your person has a lot of that energy they're carrying towards you at this point in time. All right, you guys? Pile 2, that was your reading. If it resonated, do me a favor. Make sure you're smashing the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button along with the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And for those of you that are still here, let's get some timing. Let's see, when are they going to take this next action? We got the 8 of Swords, but it's showing up in the reverse. It could be very soon, you guys, okay? In as little as 8 hours. At most, it'll be in 8 days, okay? So, you know, either today or up until about, you know, the next 8 days. All right, you guys. I love you so much. Talk to you soon. Bye, Pile 2. Hey Pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping in and channeling your person, like where you stand with them and what their next move is more than likely to be. And then will also get timing, okay? And I'm laughing because I forgot to get timing in pile 2, and I did the whole, like, you know, closing spiel. And then I was like, oh, well, if you're still here, you know, timing, here's timing. But anyway, so just know that timing is included on this reading. Okay, so where you stand with your person and what their next move is more than likely to be, and I'll see if I can tap into when they're going to take that next action. All right, you guys, so just keep in mind it's a general reading, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it, definitely claim it, okay? Claim that energy. Claim it. If it's not resonating, though, you definitely don't have to claim it. Just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it resonates for. Okay, I do have personal readings available, and this is actually one of them that's available for $25. It's the specific person basic reading. So you know, in that specific person basic reading, I will tap into your person specifically and find out where you stand with them and their next move towards you. All right, so if you're interested in booking that reading or any other specific person reading, just check the description box below. I have a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. All right, you guys, so whew, man, pile 3, you guys were drawn to the Mookaite heart. Let's see, and then we have these really interesting cards. It's an oracle deck I just got, and it's holographic. So I hope you can see where it says Ecstasy by Threads of Fate. It's called the Empryon deck. Empryon. All right, let's see. Ecstasy is the name of the card. This says, most of us have learned how to weather the storm, to navigate choppy waters, to self-heal after heartbreak, but have you given into ecstasy? Life teaches us to build fortresses around our hearts. It is our job to split them open so light can get through. So, it says, so often we fight this, we give in to the cynicism, but joy is a practice. It is identifying the moments that feel magical and then zooming in on them, expanding them, getting them to last just a little bit longer. Joy is not just a break from the barrage of heaviness. It is the whole point of living. If we can't walk into that space open and vulnerable, knowing that eventually we will get bruised again, we are missing life. Ecstasy is not about balancing the scales of joy and suffering. It is about giving into the wild abandon, completely unadulterated. It is confronting all that tries to keep you small, fearful, and uncertain. It is catching life on the tip of your tongue as it falls from the sky like snow. Moments will melt away, but let them leave an imprint. Okay, yeah, so it says moments will melt away, but let them leave an imprint. Your person has possibly, with ecstasy being the card that you guys were drawn to, this is certainly an energy that your person carries when it comes to, like, you know, their thoughts and feelings and where you stand with them, right? You make them very happy. There may be some of you where your person sees that as a red flag. Okay, we'll see. But overall, your person carries the energy of ecstasy when it comes to, you know, where you stand with them. All right, very happy. Let's see. They may be afraid of that, though. All right. Pile 3's person. Where does pile 3 currently stand with you? One more shuffle. Someone's birthday's in the summer. All right, let's see. Pile 3's person. Pile 3's person. Where does pile 3 currently stand with you? Okay, these are coming out together, and it is significant, so I'll leave them out like that. Okay, your person may be hanging back, or maybe the two of you may not be talking to each other, you know, if at all. And it's kind of a standing theme in all these readings. With please talk to me, though, this is this is your person wanting you to either make the first move, or, you know, reach out first, or give them the green light that it's okay for them. In the interim, it looks like we have healing core room. We have healing. Your person has a lot that they want to say. There is some intimidation in their energy when it comes to you, pile 3. That's why I keep tripping over my words, because that's your person's energy. It's almost like it's that energy that somebody gets, like, you know, when you know, for whatever reason, the other person's not wanting to talk to you, maybe even told you not to call or talk to them, and so they call anyway. And it's that energy of like, wait, before you hang up, let me just blah, 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 right? It's that your person's in that energy towards you, okay, and towards this connection for where you stand with them. If they have been somebody who has been dragging their feet maybe on allowing your guys' connection to progress to the next level or go through specific milestones in the connection, they're trying to heal to get past that, because we do have healing core wounds, right? And it came out with, I like things right where they're at. So this is your person may be stalled, right? Or this connection is stalled, and your person is largely responsible for that. They're trying to heal, okay, or get over whatever it is that keeping them playing small when it comes to this connection. Let's get one more for where pile 3 stands with you. It'll never work out. We're just way too different. Okay. We're not done yet. Let's see. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have no regrets, which may not always be the case, because it is showing up at the bottom of the deck, okay, which is not the strongest of energies for me as a reader. So anytime anything shows up at the bottom of the deck, it could be an underlying energy. It's an energy that might be on its way out. It could just be a weaker kind of an energy. Let's find out. Pile 3's person. Where does pile 2 stand? Oh, wow. Okay. Your person may have addiction issues, because healing core wounds says to get and stay sober. So your person may actually be dealing with addiction, okay? If you're not hearing from your person, though, there is energies coming out here where they want to reach out to you with love call. It says someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know, okay? So definitely thinking about you, wanting to reach out to you, wanting to let you know that they are thinking about you. But they are dealing with something, okay, whether it's an actual addiction to drugs or narcotics or alcohol, and or it's an addiction to playing small. Self-sabotage. Let's get one more. Where does pile 3 currently stand with you, pile 3's person? Ooh, they do. They want to right some kind of a wrong. We have stabbed in the back, but it's showing up in the reverse, okay? Back of the deck, we have cassette. It says outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Again, showing up at the back of the deck, so it's not the strongest of energies, okay? Tell me about, please talk to me. Ooh, they're feeling in the dark about something. They want to talk to you. They want to clear something up. They're very fearful, though, about whether or not you're open to receiving. They're afraid to talk to you. They want you to like reach out to them, because they're afraid to reach out to you, okay? Healing core wounds to get and stay sober. Let's see. It'll never work out. We're just way too different. Tell me more about that. Oh, yeah. There certainly is an imbalance, but the fact that it's coming out as the 6 of Pentacles and not something more, you know, heavier like Temperance in reverse, this is something that feels like it can be fixed. And your person, like, realizing that too, okay? There is some kind of imbalance between the two of you, and it may be in an area where your person feels is really important, but the fact that we do have healing cord wounds, and I like where things, I feel like your person is trying to figure out how to right that balance, right? Because they're not trying to be difficult. They're not trying to be difficult is what they're saying, especially with stabbed in the back being in the reverse. If they did anything, pile 3, that hurt you, they want you to know that it was not intentional. If they have been showing up in a way that feels like they've been playing small or you know, selling this connection short, they are acknowledging that. There's just a lot going on in your person's energy. It feels like it is centered around some kind of an addiction. Let me find out what that energy is there for. Addiction. Tell me about addiction. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. They are. Okay. It is an actual addiction for many of you. Okay. And that's what they're juggling. We got the 10 of Swords. There's that stabbed in the back energy, but it's showing up in the upright position. There is single. There's the nine of Pentacles. The 8 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Wow. Your person's getting in their way quite a bit. This addiction energy is where all of their fear is coming from. For those of you where you know your person is not dealing with some kind of an addiction, this is your person like addicted to bad thoughts, negative outcomes, always expecting the worst, self-sabotage, that kind of an energy. But whatever this addiction energy is, that's where their fears are born out of. And it's those fears that are getting in the way of your person allowing things in this connection to really progress the way that they want them to. Your person wants things in this connection to progress, right? Let's find out what's going on with no regrets showing up at the back of the deck. What's no regrets here? I need to find out what flavor that's in. Tell me more about no regrets. Okay, they don't regret the break that the two of you are taking right now, if you guys are on some kind of a break, because a hanged man can talk about, this is also saying no regrets about any sacrifices that might need to be made, or, you know, things like that. But the reason why it's showing up at the back of the deck, you know, your person is focusing more on healing, trying to figure out what it is about them that keeps sabotaging this connection, or what it is about your person that keeps them just, you know, limiting themselves in life in general, this, you know, connection with you included. They're seeing this as like this time apart is necessary, right? Them withdrawing their energy from this connection is necessary. They're trying to get down to the bottom of something. They're trying to see something from a whole new perspective. That's why they're not regretting it, is because they are gaining a whole different perspective. They're seeing things a little bit differently now, in a good way. Okay, let's find out what they're learning to trust their intuition more, with the High Priestess showing up at the back of the deck. Let's find out what their next their action towards you is going to be. Pile 3's person, what's your next action towards pile 3, please? Where you stand with your person, pile 3, you're somebody that they don't want to hurt again. If they've hurt you, they don't want to hurt you, and you're not anybody they want to hurt at all. Okay. Pile 3's person, your next action towards pile 3, please. The Grim Reaper. Pile 3, your next action towards pile 3. Pile 3's person, your next action towards pile 3, please. There's Love Call. Okay. Again, let's get one more. There's Talking. At the bottom of the deck, we have Coffee Cup, which says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. The fact that we have both love call and talking here. Oh, we have Grim Reaper coming up on top of addiction. Interesting. Let me see what that is. Your person is definitely going to be reaching out to you at some point. Okay, we got love call twice. We also have talking coming out. Okay, what's the Grim Reaper? Tell me about the Grim Reaper. Your next action. This is them putting an end to something. Okay, but it is going to be an action that is, you know, going to impact you. It is an action they're taking towards you somehow. Pile 3's person. Tell me more about the Grim Reaper. Okay. They are going to be taking some moves towards you, okay? They're wanting to put an end possibly to them being single, but really what it feels like, especially because we do have the 9 of Pentacles coming out with the 8 of Swords in the upright position. This is your person. It feels like them trying to, like them using their singleness as a way to stay safe, right? This is the energy of somebody that might be like, okay, well, you know, I want to be in an exclusive kind of a dynamic with someone, but they're not showing up that way, right? I'm really picking up on your person using their singlehood as like a place to hide, like a safety space. And the fact that we're talking about the Grim Reaper, like them not doing that anymore, right? Giving up their single card. For the purposes of, you know, maybe doing something, but with Coffee Cup at the bottom of the deck here, yes, giving up their single card, maybe, you know, and I feel like that's for the benefit of, for you in the connection, right? But baby steps with the Coffee Cup being here at the bottom of the deck. They're like, okay, you know, maybe get together, have a phone call, right? There's a conversation all over this reading. Like their next action is to have a conversation with you about, you know, them, you know, possibly hanging up their single card for the purposes of, you know, maybe having something more committed and more exclusive with you, but they're going to want to do it in baby steps, okay, with Coffee Cup showing up here. Your person is still in the middle of trying to battle some fears and doubts and inner demons when it comes to, yes, addiction, if they do have a legitimate addiction, right? And or just maybe some outdated beliefs and ways of thinking when it comes to just love, relationship, and romance and all that stuff just in general. All right, you guys. Let's see. When are they going to make this call? Let's find out when. When are you going to be reaching out to pile 3's person? It may be a little bit while longer. We do have the 9 of Wands showing up in the reverse. And so wand energy is the second, fire energy, I should say. Fire energy is the second fastest moving energy of all 4 elements. It usually can translate into like days versus weeks. The fact that this is showing up in the reverse, though, lets me know it's going to be closer to the 9-week mark than it is going to be to the 9-day mark, okay? So let's see. Yeah, I'm hearing it's going to be sometime probably between the next 6 to 9 weeks that you're going to be hearing from this person. All right, you guys. All right, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If this resonated, take a minute, if you would, smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. You can become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next pick a card. Love reading. Bye, guys.